If you're living in the US right now, the money you use every day is probably just two kinds: cash and numbers in your bank account. But in recent years, out of sight, a new form of money has emerged: stablecoins. From a US perspective, it's actually simple. A stablecoin is basically a digital dollar chip that runs on a blockchain. You send $1 to the issuer, and they mint you one tokenized dollar on-chain. You send the stablecoin back, and in theory, you can redeem it 1.1 for real US dollars. The key isn't the story. It's what sits behind the scenes: a pool of real, relatively safe assets like cash and short-term US treasuries, backing each $1 promise. As long as that 1-1 redemption trust holds, the market price gets pulled back toward $1. That's where the stable in stablecoin comes from. Right now, the main players in the global stablecoin market is basically dominated by two players, USDT and USDC. Together, they account for over 80% of the market, and both are issued by centralized companies. What's more subtle is that these aren't huge companies with massive headcounts, yet simply by managing these digital dollars, they're able to generate billions of dollars in profit. They're not making money by trading crypto. They take the dollars you deposit, buy short-term treasuries and repo, and quietly collect interest in a high-rate environment. You hold the stablecoin, they pocket the spread. So why are more people in the US paying attention to stablecoins? One major reason is cross-border and 24/7 transfers. Traditional wires go through SWIFT, take days to settle, and come with high fees. With stablecoins, transfers can arrive in seconds or minutes, often at a fraction of the cost. For small businesses doing cross-border trade, people sending money to family overseas, and traders constantly moving funds between exchanges, stablecoins are like a faster, cheaper, almost always open dollar highway. From a US regulatory and political perspective, stablecoins stopped being a niche speculation toy a long time ago. They're increasingly being treated as a new piece of financial infrastructure. First, most stablecoins are pegged to the US dollar, which means that as stablecoins grow, the dollar's influence on-chain expands with them. Second, stablecoin reserves hold large amounts of short-term US treasuries, effectively creating a new class of natural buyers for US government debt. That's why the US has started seriously debating who should be allowed to issue stablecoins, what can sit in the reserves, how AML should work, and what disclosure looks like. Whoever sets the rules first gains an early seat at the table in the next generation of the financial system. By contrast, mainland China has taken a central bank-led path with the digital yuan instead of opening up to dollar stablecoins, while Hong Kong is experimenting smaller, sandbox-style pilots for HKD and offshore RMB stablecoins. For US users, a stablecoin is not a bank deposit. There's no FDIC insurance. What you hold is a digital IOU from a company, and if reserves are mismanaged or regulators step in, that 1-1 redemption promise can break. The upside is speed, low cost, and global usability. The downside is higher compliance and counterparty risk. So it's better viewed as a new payment and settlement rail, not a risk-free savings substitute. In the US, stablecoins aren't here to replace the dollar. They're here to give the dollar a faster, more global, more digital layer on top of it. You don't have to use them yet, but it's getting harder to pretend they don't exist. A more mature approach is to understand where they sit in the broader dollar system, and whether they belong in your own portfolio, and at what size. Once you've figured that out, then decide, on this new dollar highway, do you want to be in the car or just watching from the sidelines?